If you like listening to your favorite podcaster and you still don't make money out of it, what if I told you you can make money through this podcasting? Yes, you can be able to start making money with podcast by becoming a podcast manager. Podcast managing is a skill you need to learn and you need to acquire. And the fact that podcast is rising like wildfire, it is literally something you do not want to sit on. So many people out here are creating their podcast, they're coming up with podcasts, but not so many of them know the editing side of it. Not so many people know the managing side of it, how to be able to distribute their podcast to the right to different platforms, how to be able to repurpose their podcast so that they can be able to bring more people to their podcast. Things to do with having the right guest, having the right guest, creating the right content, and coming up with the right questions so that they can be able to ask their guest in the podcast. And this is where a podcast manager comes in. If you want to be able to become a podcast manager in 2025, these are some of the things you need to do. First thing is you need to learn and acquire the skill. You do not want to go second guessing yourself. You need to acquire the skill, and you need to acquire on places like Coursera. Coursera will give you a 7-day free trial when you use the link down here below. You want to go and acquire that skill, learn it for 30 days, commit yourself to learning and acquiring the skill. Some of the things like that podcast managers do, it's editing the audio, editing the video, because so many podcasters these days, they are posting the podcast on YouTube, so they need to make a bit of money. So that is another way of repurposing. You also need to create those podcasts into short videos, and I'm here to plug you. One of the best platforms that can create those short videos in a snap, it's VIDYO AI. VIDYO AI is a platform that creates long form videos to short form videos, so you want to check them out, and it will save you a lot of time. So you don't have to go through all the process of cutting and creating short videos. Just use VIDYO AI and it will save you a lot of time. So as a podcast manager, you'll be required to edit videos. If the podcast is on YouTube form, you'll be required to repurpose that content and spread it to other social media platforms like IG, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and all these other platforms. So this is a lot of things, and you cannot be able to learn just by second guessing. You definitely want to acquire the skill and go out there. You definitely want to acquire the skill. The second thing is people need to know you exist. Just by learning the skill alone will not make people know that you're there. So you need to show yourself on social media. Create a documentary, a series. Tell people a day in my life as a podcast manager. These are some of the things I do as a podcast manager. Video editing, the tools I use, and all this. Come up with a content strategy, a content calendar that will help you to create at least 60 days of content that is back to back, so that you are on people's head, you are on people's mind, that they will trust you and they will be able to reach out to you. And another thing is you need to create a portfolio. Every single time a client reaches out to you, they will definitely need to see a portfolio that you have created. And if you're one of those people that does not have any work that they have done with clients, don't worry, you can be able to create simple samples that you can place on your portfolio and then send those samples to your clients as the work you have done. So you don't need to eat yourself up just because you have not worked with a client. You feel like you don't need to have a portfolio. You definitely need to have a portfolio. Create a sample of work if there are things to do with video edits that you have created from long form to short form. Some you need to also have edited some of the audio so that they feel the kind of work so that they can see the kind of work that you have done, and so that they can be able to see if you are someone they can work with the sample of work that you showcase on your portfourth thing is you want to reach out to those clients. you want to be able to go to the platform that your clients are on. So if it's on Instagram, if it's on YouTube, if it's on TikTok, or even on LinkedIn, you want to go and reach out to these clients. One of the best way I normally say is through cold pitching, because you are going directly on their DMs, on their emails, and just telling them who you are, what you do, some of the things you've done, and then give them a link to your portfolio so that they can be able to see, and immediately if they are in need of your services, they will definitely reach out to you. And if you are very shy and you feel like you're one of those people that does not know how to handle rejection, then I think going to Upwork, freelance sites like Upwork, FIVERR can be another way for you to be able to, put yourself out there in the job market and get those jobs. If this is something that you are interested in, please comment down here below that I'm going to start trying out being a podcast manager by learning a skill. Just tell me down here below so that I know you are still with me and you are still listening to me. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your 2025. It is still early. Invest, learn in these skills, and use Coursera, because like I said, it's one of the best e-learning platforms. Don't overwork yourself trying to research. Coursera is one of the best learning platforms that you want to try them out in 2025.